Ladies and gentlemen, we got to jump right into this video. We got to talk about Apple, baby. So Apple is about to have their earnings tomorrow, which means if you're watching this video the day I drop it and it's not 4 p.m., you're in luck because you might have this opportunity to put down for this 10x trade. So right now, as I'm looking at this option in the after hours, it's a 10x. So may not be a 10x in the morning, but it's going to be something near that. Anyways, I didn't even have time to get my hat. That's how pumped up I was to make this video for you guys. So let's jump right in. Let's look at Apple. Let me show you what I'm seeing on the screen. Boom. So we got Apple here on fast graphs. And as you can see, they're trading at this crazy 26 multiple, right? This 26 PE ratio that puts them at this 170 level, which is a little frothy if you think about it, because Apple's growth compared to other, Magnificent Seven stocks is terrible. All right. I mean, they're growing 6%, then 9%, then 8%. Dude, this is single digit growth. That's not great. And you got there's a lot of hair on Apple stock. So with that being said, it might be time to do a little short, a little dabble in the shorts on Apple. Now we pull up the chart because that's how we're going to find out our target and our numbers. And here you have the 1 week chart on Apple. Now I did this Fibonacci a while back. Of course, it hit to a T, right? We got this nice double top on Apple. These are 1 week candles. So this is think long term, right? This is going back. This is 2022, way back here. This is 2021, actually. Sorry, December 2021. So this is a long-term chart of Apple. And right here, okay, we're hanging out at this fib line, okay? We're closing the week right here. So there's a potential that if the earnings come in tomorrow, okay, that's going to be Thursday. If the earnings come in and they're really bad, their guidance is bad, maybe they even miss on earnings, right? They talk about how the Vision Pros are doing, okay? Because this is the first earnings where we're going to talk about the Vision Pros, if you think about it. Because the Vision Pros didn't start selling until the beginning of this year, right? We've had the whole quarter, blah, 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 blah. So if you are, you want to hedge your position, maybe you have a big Apple position. Maybe you want to hedge it by doing this 10x crazy short, all right? I mean, it's a 10x right now, but we're going to get into it. Anyways, we're at 170, 169 as of the close on Wednesday, okay? So let's say the earnings come in and the stock does terrible. Where could it go? Well, it could drop, it just could stay sideways. Then this play is not going to hit. But if we hit this full Fibonacci right here, we come down to this 160 level, all right? And we could dip even lower to this 157 level, okay? Because there's a couple weekly closes. There's a couple wicks up here that wick up to that 156, 157, all right? So we could dip down to 157 in the after hours, and then we could, open up on Friday at that 160 level, right? That's something that could happen. That's a scenario. It's very in the realm of possibility, all right? That's not impossible. And this trade that I'm seeing is looking like it's a 10x, all right? It might be like a 7x in the morning when we actually place the trade. But, that to me, that's a lot of opportunity for what I'm seeing is the risk, all right? The odds that this happens is low. But if it does happen, I wanna be there to grab that opportunity, okay? So I'm willing to put a little bit of chips on the table. Nothing crazy. I'm talking 0.01% of the portfolio. I'm talking $100 could turn into $1,000, right? Maybe $200, $2,000, right? It's a very small position when you're looking at your entire portfolio because this is literally a YOLO weekly crazy trade, okay? But I thought it was worth sharing with you guys. So if we drop to this 160 level, maybe this 157 level, what kind of trade can we look at? So then I pull up the little option chain right here. This is Apple's option chain, all right? And let me move my face. I'll do it right there. Okay, so we're going to buy a put. We're going to do a put, a put debit spread. Okay, so where expiration is in 2 days, May 3rd, right? That's this week because the earnings are happening on Thursday. So it needs to happen fast. This is how we're going to get that 10x opportunity, right? Now we look at the 160. It's going for 54 bucks, 54 cents, right? We're going to buy the 160 and then we're going to sell under put, both under put. We're going to sell the 157.5, okay? And then right here on the side, Robinhood, of course, best trading platform on earth. I don't care what people say. Shows you this beautiful little graphic and it's telling you, you know, your expected profit and loss, 23 bucks to make $227. Really, if it fills out all the way, it's $250, right? But they're minusing the $23 you're putting down. So it's a 10x opportunity, all right? You're turning $25 into $250, okay? Because when you hit the bid ask, it's 25 right there, okay? So it's 25 bucks that if we open up on Friday after Apple earnings and Apple's at 157, Apple's at 156, 155, it's trading below this 157 level. Doesn't matter how far below, just as long as it's below, this option is going to be mostly filled out. So you'll be able to sell it probably for that 8x, 9x, maybe get the full 10x. Okay? Now what if Apple's at 160 opening on Friday, Apple's at 160 flat? I believe that this option, because it's so juicy, is going to be trading at least 2 to 3, 4 times what it's at right here. Okay, so even if Apple doesn't get below our 157 on Friday, right, we could open at 160, 161 even, and I believe that you're going to be able to collect more than your 25 bucks back. All right, your 25 might be a 2x, might be a 3x, might be 4 or 5x even. Okay, but if we open below the 157, I'm telling you, you're going to have well over a 5x. Okay, and if you ride it to the end of the day, you could be grabbing that full 10x. That's assuming that we're able to get in tomorrow at this 25 price. When we actually open tomorrow, you know, these options might start juicing. People might already start buying these puts, which is going to raise the price, which is going to make it harder for us to get that full 10x. But, you know, if I got to pay 30 cents, 40 cents, shoot, even if I got to pay 50 cents, which brings it only to a 5x, I might still be willing to risk a little bit for the biscuit, right? So that's the Apple trade. If you got to hedge your position, this might be a way to do it, you know? If you're afraid, you're like, man, I got a real big Apple position, I don't want to sell it. But if the stock goes down, you want to make some of that money back, right? You know, protect the portfolio. This might be an option to think about, right? Because my name is John, I got options. This is not financial advice. You won't find this information anywhere else. So, of course, I mean, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Like, what are you doing, bro? Come on. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.